There we go. Hey y'all, I'm right here behind the camera. Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right there. Hey Wee, Southern Yankee. Uh, Wee, do you have a wrench? Give me 1 second, people. I am right here. Let's see. Trying to get. Here's the chat show. No wrench. I'm working on it. Message report. Well, I just. Hey, Buck Run 11, my buddy. Well, while I'm trying to figure this out, let me show you how shiny I got this stinking knife, man. I mounted a buffer to my workbench finally, and that's Door Cheat, the one I'm working on. I'm building this sheath here for Door Cheat. But I'm trying to figure out how to give. Well, crap. I thought I had got Wee Tree Bonsai. I thought I had got you a wrench, and anyway, I'm gonna build a sheath. But right now, I'm gonna turn around and look at my computer and look at the comments. I'm right here though. Give me just a second. Huh. Here you go. Live stream. Well, crap. I don't even see my own live stream. Here you go. Live stream at 3 p.m. Central Time. Well, don't that beat all? I can't even find my own live stream. Can somebody put a comment in here and tell me if I'm live? Huh. You want out? Well, alright, I'm live. Alright. Well, I can't even pick this up on my own computer. I have no idea why. My hands are filthy. I can't see what you're looking at, so I've sort of focused the camera on this area. And I think I should have worn gloves, huh? This is the sheath for this knife. Got a lot of. All I've done is cut it out. I've got. Oh, let me show you my BC stamp. I got handcrafted by BC right here. And I've got the belt loop folded back. I'm going to punch some holes in this. I'm going to sew it. Let me get my punch. I wish I could, man, I'm going to have to figure something out. But at least I'm, I got the camera the right way this time. As much room as I have in here, I have a whole room and it's still not enough room. I'm going to do a saddle stitch here. what I'm doing is just poking the holes here for the thread to go through. Oh, this color here, I really like this color. And this is mahogany. It's mahogany stain is what it is, which is what I got all over my fingers. Because boy, when they say stain, they mean stain. They ain't playing. Uncle Buck, if you're still there, I got the back of that press welded on. I want to thank you again for sending me that. Alright, y'all. I'm going to do a little sewing. Now, I'm brand new at this, so if there's any leather workers out there screaming you're doing it wrong, I know. Yeah, I did some redneck engineering on my buffer, and I took some gutter strap and I strapped my buffer down to that wooden table I got in there. My ultimate goal is to buy the buffer from Harbor Freight, but number one, it's a long ways over there. Number two, gotta sell a couple more knives before I spend any more money on tools. I have bought some tools. Crap. Let me turn that overhead light on. There we go. I like leather work, but boy, this leather, it is so expensive, and when you make a mistake, it hurts, because it's a $20, $30 mistake. What? What you want? What, baby? Want to get up there? Come on. I plan on getting into Kydex, but for this kind of knife, Kydex just won't cut it. This is kind of a fancy knife here, and I just can't see sliding that into Kydex. Kydex scratches them up. Alright, one more time around. hope I got enough string on there. I sure am liking this live thing. I will get it to where I can see comments, and if I could figure out how to find it, I don't know why it won't come up on my computer. I don't even know if I'm live, to tell you the truth. I may just be talking to myself. But I'll know in a little while, I guess. This is the biggest knife that I've made a sheath for so far. It took a lot of leather, as you can see. That knife there is 10.5 inches long, and the blade is 5 1/4. It's kind of a big blade. I've started making another blade, the Swamp Rat, and boy is it coming out so nice. I'm really liking this knife making. All right. Okay, so now it goes like this. Now I got to sew up this front here. I think what I'm going to do is oh, Mom?
Would you like my laptop? I got an hour left.
Well, I can't listen to it though, because it'll.
I'm gonna.
Can you mute it?
I will.
Far out. That'd work. Thank you, huh?
I can't listen to it. Can you mute it? Far out.
Isn't that it's like a 5 or what, 10-second delay?
It's like a 4 or 5 second, and that's very distracting.
That is. It's like a 5 or what, 10-second delay? Shut that guy up.
Yeah, I can't. I have to stop talking when I can hear myself talking. Okay, now find the.
Alright, I'm going to put a little rubber cement in here to hold together till I can sew it. It's only going to be a couple of minutes, so we can talk.
Okay, I will set it right here. And there's your.
Thank you.
Your peeps are talking right there.
Okay. Crap. I'm going to let these stick together for just a second. Okay. Let me get that laptop over here. See what we're talking about. Let me see if I can figure out how to wrench. Live chat. Oh wait, my wife she's not signed in on my account, so I still can't do the wrench. And if I say something in here, it'll be Quilting Trucker. That's my wife. Susan Sullivan, this one is sold. This one was sold before I finished it. And the other one I'm making, I didn't even have it made yet. I didn't even have the steel cut out, and somebody was wanting it, and I'm in the process of making that. And tomorrow morning I'm going to be, maybe I'll do a quick live stream in the morning. I got to polish it all out, and boy, that's coming out so nice. There we go. That's me, cat lover. Hey, 69 Phuket. Hey, Angela, how are you? Ann, good to see you. Teresa, good to see everybody. I'm going to give this sheath just a couple of minutes to dry. And I'm going to punch some more holes and sew it up. I don't know how long I'm going to do this. If you get bored, just, no hard feelings. I know everybody's got things to do, and this is the afternoon. Supper time, kids coming home. Yeah, Teresa, what time's dinner? Thomas, I don't know how well it'll cut bacon, but I'd like to find out. No Bubba as well. I actually got one here and one here, and I got them yesterday from sanding this new knife I'm building down. Man, you would not believe how hot it is here in this room. The sun is coming right in this window, heating everything up. It's warm. Yeah, this is just, can you see the holes here? When I use my punch to go through the leather, I got to have wood behind it because this is granite here. And if I don't use wood to hammer into, it'll bend them little prongs over. I am, Susan. I wish I had discovered knife making 35 years ago. Here's what I figure. And I don't want to sound cocky or unhumble. I think I've really reached a point where I'm pretty good at this. But this is all stuff that I've done my whole life. All these tools that I'm using are tools that I've used my whole life. So there was no learning curve. The learning curve was the technique for grinding these bevels and making them look nice. The learning curve is understanding tempering and heat treating, which I kind of do. So this wasn't really difficult for me to get to this point that I'm at now, because this is stuff that I've done my whole life and tools that I've used my whole life. It's just that I've never used them for this. And I am really liking it, I gotta say. I like the leather work, but I'm not liking the leather work near as much as I'm liking making knives. And part of the reason this leather is so expensive that I'm just really afraid to make a mistake, because if I make a mistake, it's, $25 out the door. Cold up there, Uncle Buck? Oh my God, snow, huh? Well, it was 83 here yesterday, Audio keeps fading. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm on Uncle Bubba's barbecue and internet service. Sam, I have made one Kydex, and I'm gonna get a little better at that. It come out okay, not really good, but Uncle Buck Run 11 here sent me a Kydex press, so that's gonna really help. Thanks, Janice. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Teresa, where are you at? Gonna be 70? What part of the country? Hey, Simply 7. Sorry, Uncle Buck. I'm not in my shorts today. Southwestern Virginia, okay. Well, I think this is, now that I know how to do this, I'm going to set this laptop to the side so I won't be able to see the chat, but I'm going to start poking some holes in this leather. 26, huh? Dear God. But first, puppy check. Everybody got a puppy? You got a puppy? That's my puppy. That's my good girl. I'm going to let her out. I mean, out of this room. Come on, baby. Come on, guys. Yep. There we go. Released the hounds. Okay. Now, this is the first time I've built a sheath like this with the front that's split. I'm not sure I'm doing it right, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of my redneck engineering buffer. That it's actually an angle grinder, a really big angle grinder with a 1/2 horsepower motor. That's pretty big for an angle grinder. And I strapped it down to my bench and put a buffing wheel on it, and it worked. Harbor Freight has it's a buffer that you can put 2 wheels on. It's a horizontal shaft, and I plan on picking one of them up. But like I say, I've spent a lot of money on tools lately, and I've got to sort of sell a few knives before I can spend any more money. Well, there's something else I got to do here. I've got to fit this in here, but what I got to do is taper the end of this down to a kind of a thin wedge, and I do not have a skiving tool. See me getting all professional on you? A skiving tool. They make a special tool that does this, and that's what it does. And the reason you would do this is to make the taper gradual. So let me see what that's going to look like. I'm liking that. Now I got to rubber cement this and hold it together for a little bit, and then hammer my holes through that. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to hold this and make sure that I can get my knife in there. Oh yeah. That's what it'll look like. Alright, that's going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and get this rubber cemented in there. Woo! Rubber cement in a closed room. Oh yeah. I need some good music now. It's almost as good as spray paint. I'm kidding. I've never done spray paint. Done a lot of stuff, but never spray paint. I grew up in the 60s, so you can imagine some of the things that have made its way into my system. I don't drink or smoke, though. Don't do any drugs of any kind. Come 180 degrees from when I was a youngster. There wasn't a drug I wouldn't do. And now I don't even like taking aspirin. And alcohol, I had to quit. I had become severely allergic to alcohol, and I used to break out. The next morning, anytime I'd get alcohol in me, the next morning I would break out in black eyes. Not really. I was never a mean drunk. I was a happy drunk. There's my third one. Right, I get the laptop over here. Let this glue dry for a second. And here we are. Toluene. Sniff toluene. Whoa. Hey, Home Farm Ideas. It's really good to see you. Arizona Patriot. Hey, brother. You're a happy drunk too, huh? Well, I don't drink anymore. Not since I got a funnel for Christmas. I'm kidding. Oh, thanks. I'm enjoying it. It's. I wish. I'm probably gonna have to borrow my wife's laptop because I can't do the live stream and see the comments on the phone. So I don't think she'll mind. But I think she's getting low on her battery. Oh, she's about 50%, I guess. You in Ireland, Janice? Ireland, huh? Thank you, cat lover. Thank you very much. I watch everybody's videos, but I watch them on my smart TV, and there's no way to comment. I just want you to know that if you don't see me, it's not because I'm not watching your videos. It's just because I'm usually riding the good ship recliner, and the only thing out there is a smart TV. My wife just got a new battery for her laptop, so maybe I'll bring a laptop out there. Golly, it really is hot in here. Hey, Brian. Susan, I gotta be honest, if pot was legal, I'd still smoke it. That's the only reason I don't smoke it. I love pot. And, of course, I would not be a stoned out pothead. I would just take a couple of hits and enjoy the day. But I think, I actually think pot should be legal and alcohol should be against the law. "82 degrees in Arizona. Boy, that's got to be freezing for you." Robert, try refreshing. Yeah, I miss my dad too. Home farm ideas. My dad taught me everything I know. Everything I can build, welding, mechanics, learned it all from my dad. And my grandfather. My grandfather was a master carpenter. Oh, you're in the UK free music. I did not know that. 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So that would almost be what? 0 Celsius? Close to 0 Celsius? And if pot was legal, I guarantee you my wife would smoke it. She would be able to do away with a lot of pain medicine if she could get her hands on some pot. But, 2C, huh? You talking to me, Georgia Trapper? I don't have any animals anymore besides my dogs. I had to get rid of my chickens. I I just had to get rid of them. Yeah, I've heard of hemp oil, and I have somebody that keeps offering it to me, but I don't want to get them in trouble. Hey, Curious Yellow, good to see you. Yeah, pot should not, an herb should not be illegal. I'm telling you, it makes no sense to me to put some guy who had a sack of plant in his pocket in the same prison with a guy who murdered, raped, robbed a bank, and hurt people. It's just crazy. But that's the world we live in. If it was a perfect world, I'd be skinny and have hair. I haven't thought of who's in Romulus. Well, I used to haul engines out of Romulus. I forget what I was saying. Oh, laser engraving. Brian, I have thought about it, but and I have a friend that does laser engraving, but it's through her work, and I don't want to. She already does a few things for me, and I don't want to ask her to do any more. Hey, Brian, I want to keep it clean in here, so let's not have that kind of language, please, okay? Water pump. I don't remember, Home Farm. I've worked on a few water pumps. My hand pump for my well, that's working. I rebuilt a 12-volt pump. No problem, Brian. Don't worry. I rebuilt a 12-volt pump, and that's still working. No kidding, huh? A laser engraver. Wow. Well, I mean, I'll do that. My neighbors are still building on that house over this way, the big yellow house out in front of me. Okay, Curious Yellow, have a good day at work. Better than not having a job. Hey, Plan B. Welcome. I'm in the middle of building a sheath, so right now it's just chat till this glue dries for just a few more minutes. Cat Lover, I've already sold everything I've made, and I have one that I'm giving away as an auction. This one, I sold two just like this, and this one I'm giving away at an auction for somebody's medical bills. And this one, let's see, where is it? This one is sold, and I've got one of all things in my oven right now being tempered that's sold. But you know, if anybody's looking for anything special, hit me up on email, bctruck@gmail.com, and you know, I'll if you definitely want one, I can make it what you want, whatever wood you want, whether you want a matte finish or a shiny finish. Hey, NMS. Yeah, Arizona. That's Door Cheat right there. Any new projects that I want to work on? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I want to build an outdoor, just an awning to put my forge in, because I really don't like doing it inside my building. Jordan, I have an awful lot of wood, and you know, if someone had some very interesting wood, you know, I probably would be interested in it. Yeah. Teresa, Door Cheat. I named this knife Door Cheat because right behind me here is Door Cheat Bayou. And the other knife I'm making is called Swamp Rat. I'm just naming stuff, you know, that have significance locally to me. I used to live right on Door Cheat Bayou, and by right on it, I mean my house was 6 feet up off the ground because the bayou went under it. But since then, thank you, Brian. Since then, I've moved about a mile from the bayou, but you know, when it rains, the bayou is actually a few hundred feet from me. I've fixed a lot of mowers, Alan. I'm not sure which one you mean. Name a knife after a cat. How about a skinning knife? I'm sorry, that wasn't good. You know I don't mean that in. Hey, Coke Man 250. Hey, brother, good to see you. No, Cat Lover, that would not be a good knife for fishing or fillet. Yeah, I don't make. You know who make? Ricky Wallace makes some really good knives that are good for filleting too. He makes some really thin knives that are just perfect for filleting. I don't. Rick Wallace Knife Works and Homestead. I think he's changed his channel name recently. Yeah, talk to Ricky, and he's got some really good prices. He's a buddy of mine. Well, I'm gonna give it a few more minutes, because if you're too early, you got to do it all over again. Oh yeah, William Collins. Oh man, have you seen the prices on his knives? And he does not sell them with sheaths. If you want a sheath, it's extra. I mean, they're beautiful knives, and to tell you the truth, I've come up a lot on my knives because there's just no way I continue to make them for what I was selling them for. This knife, cat lover, would be good for hunting. It's kind of fancy. I don't know if I'd use it for bushcraft, but you know, skinning and although it's easy enough to polish it back, it could be used for bushcraft if you wanted. If you didn't want it shiny, it would eventually rub the shine off of it. Oh, the one skill that I value the most. I think having a. I don't know, really. I like everything. I like woodworking. I like welding. I like electrical and plumbing, and I just like building things. I am not smart. I still don't have a ham license. I cannot pass that test. I flunked. I don't even have a high school diploma. I flunked out of school. I couldn't pass. But this kind of stuff comes easy to me. I don't know why. My brain just does not work the way most people's brains work. And that's kind of embarrassing saying that to everybody. I don't have a high school diploma. And I have a GED, and the Army made me get that when I joined them. But I just don't have a brain that absorbs things through certain ways. You know, I have to learn things through my hands, and I'm good. Here, I'll give you an example. I drove a truck for 11 years, and then they changed the license. They came out with a CDL. I had drove a truck for 11 years as a civilian and 3 years as in the Army. So I had 14 years of truck driving experience all over the country and in Europe. And then they changed the requirements where you had to take this long written test to be a truck driver. Now, this is a job I've been doing every day. And I could not pass that test. I had to, man, I tell you what, I had to study and study and study. They were just the silliest questions that had nothing to do with anything I'd ever done trucking. But anyway, I passed it. But I've tried to memorize this ham stuff, and it just won't stick. Yeah, I joined the Army just so I could get the heck out of school. I hated school that much. It was hopeless for me. And here's something really odd. I'm not smart book-wise, but I took an IQ test, and I was actually surprised at my score. So my brain works strange, and I knew that even as a child. I knew that I could see everybody else learning things that I just couldn't absorb, and I just have a different way of learning things. But I'm 57, and I've made it this far in life, so I'm happy. You just have to, I don't know, learn how to understand how you learn things. I think there's a lot of people with the same problem. I hear you, Joe. 1970. I worked for my dad. Every day after school, I had to walk from school to the shop. He had a welding shop. Yeah, Teresa, I had a boss that had a master's degree and didn't miss an opportunity to let you know he had a master's degree. And when he found out how much I was making as an owner-operator, he was pissed that a stupid guy with no high school diploma was making double what he was. But it didn't dawn on him that I was also putting double the work in, and double the danger. Oh, home farm ideas? Yeah, that's, I don't think you can post it, but yeah, I remember that. No, I tell you, I rebuilt it and it worked fine, but it has leather cups in it, and the leathers dry rot real fast if you don't use it every day. Yeah, my dad too. My dad was the smartest man I ever knew. He could do anything, make anything, build anything, but he didn't graduate high school. Power tools that I value the most. Huh. Well, I'll tell you, if you do metal work, I got by without a plasma cutter all my life up until a few years ago, and when I got a plasma cutter, I don't know how I lived without it. But basic tools, you know, table saw, skill saw, jigsaw, uh, drills. No, Scotty, I'm not. Life has taken a turn. My wife's health is always up and down, and I can't leave chickens for any length of time. And I have a friend who if I asked him would do anything for me, but he has his own health problems. I just don't want to lay anything else on him. So I got rid of my chickens. It was just the most logical thing to do, and I'm not likely to get any more. All right, I'm going to set the laptop to the side, and I'm going to pull this out and put some more holes in it and go to sewing on it. Yeah, I'm liking that. I might have been too. Huh. Well, ain't that some stuff? I'm going to take this apart. Let me show you what I got going on here, if you can see it. Yeah. Won't quite fit in there. I got to move this. I got to move it back out a little bit. No big deal. Maybe not. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to trim a little bit off it. I'm just going to leave it where it's at. God, I'm making it even worse. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and sew this side right here and be done with that so it won't come apart anymore. And if I have to do any more trimming on this, I will. There's my thread. Come on, get in there. How about a little music? Somebody sing. I don't know how how long these things will let you live stream, so this thing may just shut off automatically. I don't know. Oh, man. One thing for sure, it's a messy hobby. Everything about it is messy. There's sawdust everywhere in my shop. Leather dye, glue. Metal shavings. And everything is expensive. The belts are about $5 a piece. That's the grinding belts. I spent $53 on sandpaper yesterday. 53 bucks. I understand. I was talking about William Collins. My God, that guy gets 250, 300 bucks for a knife. And I know why. It's a very expensive. To build them is really expensive. To build good knives is not cheap. And I think people have gotten so used to getting crap knives built a million at a time by people that are making 25 cents an hour that it's real hard to swallow paying that kind of money for a custom knife made in America. Wonder why I can't pull that up on my computer. My computer is right behind me. Well, I'll tell you what will make you feel stupid. Computers. Every time I upload a vehicle, it's like a video. It's like a little miracle because I still don't know how the heck it works. This stitch is called a saddle stitch. Some people use 2 needles and go in from each side, but that's just too much. I'm not good enough to get that far ahead of myself. But for some reason, I kind of like sewing. I don't know why. Back when I was a young man and I had a little girl, I used to braid her hair. And I love braiding her hair. Sometimes she didn't want braids in her hair. I'd braid it just because I like braiding it. I used to be able to do a mean French braid. And that was before the days of the internet. And I learned how to do a French braid by a lady at the Waffle House of all things. I took my then wife, not Charlie, this wife, my starter wife. We went to Waffle House, and this lady had a French braid in her hair, and I asked her how she did it, and she showed me on my daughter, and I just started doing it, and then I got interested in braids, and I looked at books and figured out how to do other braids. Yeah, I used to really enjoy braiding. All right. I'll tie this up and then I'll put the laptop over here, and depending on what you folks think, I may just stop and do another live stream another time. I really don't know how long they'll let you do this, but this is an awful lot of sitting and watching, or maybe you're just chatting. I don't know, which would be fine, just fine. Alright, there's the front half of it, and what do you think of my BC mark? Did I show that to you already? Handcrafted by BC. Let me slide this in there and see what... Yeah, I think that's going to work. It's going to be a very, very tight fit. I'm going to cut a little bit more out of there, but I'm going to get the laptop over here and chat for a minute. Oh, there were holes in the leather. No, I put the holes in the leather. I'll show you what I use. This here, can you see that? You just hammer that through the leather, and that's why I have this little piece of wood here, so it won't go into the granite here. And what I have is here. I got a whole selection of different forks, different hole makers. Yes, it is. It is a fork punch, kitty. Oh, thanks, cat lover. I really enjoyed doing it. It's relaxing. I think all those years sitting behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler just turned into a vegetable. The most boring job on the entire planet is driving a truck. Unless you're in LA, then it's the scariest job on the entire planet. Well, thank you, kitty. I enjoyed letting you watch. Thanks to family. Still got a lot of work to do, but I still have to do some correcting. I'm gonna cut a little more of that away in here, but when I do, it'll be a real tight, snug fit. Have y'all, I've never showed you this. Let me show you how I'm going to sharpen this knife. I'm going to look and see if you can see right here. I haven't put an edge on it yet because while I'm messing with it, there's no sense in getting the edge on it. The way I do it is I grab the knife about midway between each end of the part that I'm going to sharpen. You got to get a couple of things. Kitty, I have to buy this leather. I buy the leather from Tandy. I just can't find any cheaper place to buy it. This is time consuming, the sharpening part. But we have here just a bunch of different grades of grinding stones. This is the roughest one here, and it goes all the way down to the finest one here. And I'll show you a little bit of it. But just a dollop of oil. Oh, and these holes here determine what angle you're going to put your edge at. You know, on this kind of a knife, I want a real fine angle. It's not a bushcraft knife. I want it to be really razor sharp. So I'm going to go with a 20-degree angle. I think that'll work like that. If I wanted to go with a more utility type knife with an edge that's more capable of taking abuse, I would probably go up one more notch to 25 degrees. But I'll show you. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but I'm just going to show you what it looks like. And then you turn it over, and you don't bang that handle because it'll scar it. And you do that about 375,000 times until you have a really fine edge on it. But like I say, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to sharpen that until I'm completely done with the sheath. That way I'm not handling it, you know. I don't, Kitty, ever use the... Can I use that knife in the kitchen? I suppose so, yeah. Spyderco Sharp Maker? Nope, I never have. That is the Lansky, Nick's Customs. That is the Lansky sharpening system. Kitty, no, I don't make kitchen knives. Rick Wallace does. He's got a really nice full set of kitchen butcher knives to steak knives. That's right, Arizona Patriot. I don't sharpen it till it's out the door. Well, y'all, I don't know how long this has been going on, but I think I'm going to close it out. I want to thank you for showing up. It's been fun. I think I may do a real short one in the morning. I'll be out in my shop, and I'm going to polish the blade that... tell her your email, Brad. My email is bctruck@gmail.com. Yeah, okay, Arizona Patriot, that's good. Yeah, Ricky makes some really nice knife. I'm getting my knife steel. Oh, hey, Miss Calamity. Jordan, I'm getting my knife steel from New Jersey Steel Baron. I'm using 1095, but I'm fixing to switch to 1084. I was using 01 tool steel. Good night, NMS 886. But just a few more minutes and I'm gone myself. But 01, oh God, it's so expensive. That Bayou chopper, the long blade that I made, just the steel was 33 bucks. Scotty, that sharpener was about 40 bucks at crap, where'd I get it? Oh, Academy. Bye, Susan. All right, y'all. I'm gonna hang it up. Thanks for showing up. It's been fun, and I'll tell you what. In the morning, 9ish, 8:30ish. I may do a quick one, just showing you how I polish the knives on my new redneck redneck grinder. I enjoyed it, y'all. Thanks for showing up. Take care.